Hey Scorpios, thanks so much for joining me. It's your girl Sin. Congratulations, you guys are getting the extended reading this week. I appreciate you so much, and your comments, your likes, I can't talk. The subscriptions. If you're wanting a personal reading, the best way to get in contact with me is my email down below. Okay, so this is going to be for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and cross watchers. Of course, you're always welcome. Other than that, sit back, relax, and enjoy your reading. Angels, step forward. What messages does Scorpio need to hear for this incoming week? All right. Someone's dealing with some issues in reference to family. It could be your own family, or there is some issues that have risen from previous, some type of family issues that need to be resolved. There is the need to have those heart-to-heart conversations with your person. Okay. But be open and willing to accept this relationship, to work on your partnership. There could be some family issues here, and I get that very harsh, like very heavy, not harshly. There could be kids involved, most definitely. It could be one, it could be two. Someone, it's almost like turning their back on something. Like not turning their back, but maybe not wanting to hear the situation as a whole. I pulled out my enchanted map cards for you guys. All right, what's going on with Scorpio? Garden Gate. Golden Palace. And Rescue. There is someone that's watching over you. Someone that has passed on. Could be a grandmother. Could be someone that is elder. There's levels to this shit, right? There's levels to everything that we deal with in life. And it's up to you to grow and learn from every situation. When the gentle gardener is here, is that someone is watching over you. Someone that was very connected with you, or even they don't have to be connected with you, but someone from a previous lifetime. You could have known this person, you could have not. They could have been born in February or the second day of whatever month. March could be significant, January and June. They could be an energy that surrounds your home as well. That's how close they can be to you. And I don't mean to freak anyone out if you're not into that. But, okay. You could even live in this person's home that has been passed down to you. They could have been a Pisces. They could have been an Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. I feel that you restrict yourself from certain things. You kind of hold back from a lot. And you feel that someone should come and rescue you. Someone should help you figure things out. But the gentle gardener is here to tell you that you don't need anyone else. You have yourself, you have your logic, you have your intellect. You can figure shit out on your own, basically. Some of you probably really guard yourself, and your sanctuary is your home, right? And you spend a lot of your time at home. Some of you like to garden. Make your home look nice. There is a partnership or romance on the table. All right. And it's telling you that you need to get the bigger picture when it comes to this romance. You have to be very vigilant and very open to it. Very protective energy. There is going to be a transformation that's going to be happening. You have to have patience. January could be significant, February and July. This sacred union here, it's coming together. Something has happened either in your life or your person's life in reference to that family issues that need to be healed. And that could very well be leaking into your relationship. Or what could have been a relationship. I'm going to leave these out. But I'm pushing them to the side so we can get down to the nitty-gritties. I don't need to take those out of there. I see definitely a couple here. Because we have the Eagle King and the Swan Queen. That's a pair. Then we have the Sacred Union. It's like coming together. You know? But we have to have patience with one another. There's a transformation that's definitely going to happen within the relationship. What else can you tell me about Scorpio? What's going on? Being highly intuitive and connected to the universe. With the crown chakra being here, being open and willing to accept changes and new beginnings. And Capricorn done showed up with the devil up in here, okay? The Capricorn with the devil card. What else? What about this? I think you got hip to a game. You got hip to the game when it came to a situation that involved some toxic behavior. Toxic behavior as far as it wasn't right in the eyes of society, in your views, whatever the case may be. It was a toxic relationship that wasn't meant to happen, or it was meant to happen, but it was something that you had to learn and grow from. And right now, you kind of like pulled back. You got hip to the game, you pulled back, you kind of followed your intuition on that, and you kind of withdrew from the situation. You're like, you know what? There's so many things that I'm trying to accomplish or trying to overcome, and therefore I'm going to step back from the situation. There could be some restriction or embarrassment on someone's part. Why is the crown chakra here? Can we clarify that? It's Knight of Swords, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. You got hip to the game when it came to this Knight of Swords. They didn't come to you as a king. They came to you as a knight. The Knight of Swords is very structured, very routine, very routine, right? But there was some big changes when it came to situations. As an overall energy of this couple of cards right here, there was a big change that has happened with you. And it happened with you following your intuition and following your guided energy inside of you. Okay? You seize the moment, you seize moments, you have opportunities placed before you, and being very direct and assertive. Very sharp. Why is temptation here, this card? Another Page of Swords. Well, swords. Temptation with someone that you could have been dealing that was younger than you. Or there was temptation with a certain idea that you had in your head. Right? It was something that you wanted. But I feel that you did your homework, you educated yourself on that, or you caught wind. And I think this is the energy that you were in, where you got hip to the game. It's like, you know what, I'm not doing this anymore. It is what it is. Why is emotional withdrawal here? Emotional withdrawal, being very strong, very patient with yourself, like you're pouring that shit back into yourself, being compassionate, responsible, taking control, putting your foot down, being very assertive when it comes to your own dealings. I think you decided to kind of pull back from a situation that you knew was not in your best interest. Whoever Scorpio is in contact with, what's on their mind? What's on Scorpio's person's mind? I'm moving the whole table, sorry. What's on their mind? They're being very patient and planning on something, and we'll clarify, of course. How do they view Scorpio? How does Scorpio's person view them? Like the sun. It's good energy. What are their feelings or emotions towards Scorpio? Sexual energy. Okay. This is up. Could be a good thing or a bad thing. How do they want to move forward with Scorpio? Relationship as well. It's not always sex. How do they want to move forward with Scorpio? Please jump out. Spiritual union, spiritual strength, connected, listening to universe and the energy, the vibe. Are there any hidden factors or something that Scorpio needs to know? There could be someone else, another female. If not, it's more about the High Priestess. There's some secrets or something. There's some type of mystery, and we'll clarify. What's the advice when it comes to Scorpio? Focus on material and spiritual prosperity. What is the outcome between Scorpio and their person? The waiting game. Overall, bottom of the deck energy. It's the 16. There's going to be it's almost like the Tower card. Solar plexus chakra as well. There's going to be some type of shakeup, okay, in the foundation. There's so let's clarify and go through it. There's patience and planning here of what's on your person's mind, so let's clarify that. Patience and planning in reference to the Judgment card. The Judgment has to deal with a fresh new start, something life-changing, allowing forgiveness, being judgmental, very judgy energy. No. So what's on your person's mind is that they're being very patient, and they're working towards something that's going to change their world. They're working on some type of fresh new start or great opportunity. Okay. The way that they view Scorpio, can we clarify the light card? How they view Scorpio. A new beginning, exposure, light, warmth. So they view you as the sun, right? They view you as very positive, warm, enlightened, very like you have greatness within you. You're very assured of who you are. But there is a sense here of unwilling to make a decision on something, and you're very confused. Almost as though there is a lot of information, like a lot of overload in information, and things have gotten exposed. There's something that came to light, and it's just a lot of information that got thrown at them. So it could feel that there could be like how can I put this? The way that they view you is like they see you in a positive light, but then again, there is something that came about that it just feels a lot to hold. It's an information overload. Their emotions or feelings. Clarify the solar plexus. 9 of Wands. Right now, it could be that you're separated from your person, not really connected with them. But there could be a test of faith. They also have persistence when it comes to this. And their emotions and their feelings towards you is just like there is a lot to take on. There is a test of faith. There's something that I must do when it comes to this situation. But I do feel a very strong connection, and it could be a sexual connection. It could be just a relationship. It feels like there is some type of heavy energy that surrounds the relationship, whatever it is that we're undecided about, or the information that we received that was in overload. Clarify how they want to move forward with Scorpio. Another 9. 9s are tough. 9 of Swords. They're scared and they're anxious on how to move forward with you, and therefore they let their feelings and their emotions guide them. Their intuition. They're being guided by their intuition. But they feel they're scared, they're distressed, their anxiety. There's some anxiety there. Okay? There's because of some failed attempts that have happened. Clarify the intuition card when it comes to hidden factors or something that Scorpio needs to know. Chariot in reverse. Someone here could have a lack of control, direction in reference to moving some type of way. Okay? So there's a secret here, and they don't know how to move forward with it. They don't know how to move about. Advice. The Lover's card in reverse. There is an imbalance here. Things are not balanced as far as the relationship. So there could be disunion. You could be dealing with a Gemini as well. There's disunion, so what you need to focus on is your material and spiritual prosperity. Clarify the outcome. It's a waiting game. We have to wait. We have to be patient. There's seeds that have been planted. The Emperor is here, so you have to have a course of action, right? There's an Emperor that might be coming through, or an Aries, to offer some type of assistance. You want consistency. The waiting game. You have to wait for some type of consistency that's going to be entering into your world. What is the disruption about? That hit hard. Disruption about the Ace of Wands, a new beginning. There's going to be a shakeup in trying to create something that has potential. The bottom of this deck is 7 of Pentacles. in the reverse. Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo energy. When it's in reverse, it's a lack of long-term vision. All right. So we have to set our visions on something and go for the gusto. Like, we have to do what we have to do. Let's pull some twin flame messages. Overall, I think there are some heart-to-heart conversations that need to be had to be able to give the relationship a chance and be able to work out our issues. Something has happened in the past with someone that does affect the relationship in some sort. There is a sacred union here between you and your person, but someone has received some information overload that they don't know how to deal with. They don't know how to process. And I think you are fully listening to your intuition and being very strong. You kind of like, whatever, you're dealing with it, right? And you're being so strong just for yourself that I love that energy. It is what it is. I don't know how I feel anymore. I can't seem to find the right words to say to you. Two more, please. I feel badly for the way that I treated you. You didn't deserve that. And these can be flipped, peeps. You have to take it how you take it within your relationship. It says, I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. I have to pay attention to my intuition. Very on point. This can be you. Maybe you did something that probably wasn't the best course, or reacted in a certain way that wasn't, I don't know what the right word is, but I don't want to say, whatever. Something happened that maybe wasn't in the right course of action. But I feel that all this information that that was received was like a blow, right? And it was like, holy shit, let me step back for a minute. You know, I feel connection with you, and I accept certain things or the way that you are and this, that, and the other. But then again, you have to give me a moment to process. The way that I know how to deal with certain things is to kind of like withdraw, get out of Dodge, you know. Some of you probably dealt with that. At the end of the day, what I think is, right now we're at a waiting game. We have to, you know, there will be somebody that's going to come through and try to offer you some type of advice and be a source of advice for you. But there's going to be a shakeup in the foundation. Somebody has to heal certain things within themselves or with the family dynamic. Overall, I don't think it's a negative reading. I just think that we need to process certain things that we have heard, we have done, blah, blah, blah. You know what's best for you in reference to your reading. Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed your reading. I love you guys with all my heart, and we'll definitely chat next week.